Welcome back to Kings of Influence. I am one half of your hosting team, Ray William Johnson.
And on the other half, Epic Lloyd over here on the table in my back office. We're here every Wednesday at noon. Thank you for joining us. We're here to talk to you, and we are also here to get in touch with you. If you'd like to know when we're about to go live, when we're about to do the podcast, please text the word KINGS to the number 43506, and we'll let you know right when we're about to go live. We'll never share your address with anyone except for maybe Applebee's because they have sweet, sweet coupons right now. No, I'm just joking. You just get one text from us and that's it. So hi.
What is up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Hi in the chat. Hi, everyone in this room.
Hi, everybody. Hi, chat.
Hey, guy.
Hey, guy.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Katy.
Yeah, we got
How are you?
helicopters circling outside.
Because we're going ham today.
That's right.
Ham on fire.
All right. Well, we got a hell of a show today, guys. We got a bunch of calls from you, so thanks for calling in, asking us for your advice. I feel good. I feel like an older brother giving advice sometimes.
Yeah.
To some of these guys.
It is nice. It's a good way to use the wisdom that we have.
That's right. So, if you guys want to call us, give us a call at 321-222-3179. Leave your first name, could be a fake name if you want, your age, and leave us about a 1-minute message telling us what your problem is.
Yeah.
What the hell is your problem?
But if you're gonna leave a fake name, make it good. Make it interesting. And with some flair. So then we can make fun of it for a while.
My name's Juicy Peter, and I'm 12.
How'd you get that name, Juicy Peter?
It's my Christian name.
Oh, great. The Father, the Son, the Holy Citrus.
Oh my God! So, man, we got a bunch of stuff happened in the last week. Well, we got the new Avengers coming out this weekend.
Okay.
Which I'm not gonna say. I haven't scheduled it, so I'm not gonna be able to see it until it's been hella spoiled.
Yeah,
by everyone.
I've seen the new trailer. I think it was like a 45-second trailer or something like that. Looks good. Looks like a lot of people die. I'm sure a lot of them will die.
You're spoiling it, bro.
I mean, what's there to spoil? They already died in the last one.
Next, you're gonna tell me they have superpowers or something.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen the Captain Marvel movie, so am I going to be lost?
I haven't seen it either,
Oh,
so maybe you can watch a recap online or something if you need to. If you need to cheat,
yeah. I never need to see. I mean, I always just feel like the Avengers. When it comes to the Avengers, as opposed to like Game of Thrones, which also just came back, the Avengers, I always know everything's going to be okay. If it's not in this movie, a couple movies down the line, you're not going to kill Iron Man on any.
Probably not. I mean, it is Disney, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
you can only kill villains in Disney.
Exactly. And also, Thanos was right.
Why was Thanos right?
Because he's just trying to help the planet, man. He's helping the planet by any means necessary. And look, dude, if there was half the people at Whole Foods every day, I would be a happier man.
Yeah.
I'm not into genocide. I'm not promoting genocide. I'm just saying, if there was a plague that wiped out dumb people, I wouldn't vote no.
Thanos is just trying to lighten up traffic.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
it took you 3 hours to get here last week.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thanos was right.
Oh my God. Also, the full Mueller report came out, so everyone's fighting about that now.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep. I unplugged, so I no longer got cable or CNN or anything.
Good for you.
That constant negativity drip into my
Yeah.
house has been tapped off.
Let them fight it out, man.
So what happened?
It's a lot. So before, when we talked about it, it was the Attorney General Barr, who had been nominated by Trump. He gave his summary of the report, and only he had read it.
And it was no collusion.
Yeah, it was no obstruction, no collusion. Then the full report came out, like a couple weeks later. Some of it was redacted for security purposes, but full report came out, and it was basically like, well, there was a lot of obstruction, but we can't really indict a sitting president, and there was no. They didn't say no collusion. They said no criminal conspiracy. But they outlined a ton of collusion.
Yeah, like
just not to a criminal degree.
Right.
Not to an illegal degree.
You could consider tweets that defame the integrity of the investigators as collusion. And not collusion as obstruction.
Yeah. That's the part that everyone. I mean, yeah. That's the. I don't want to say that's the obvious. But that's the thing that everyone was saying immediately. Was like, wait a minute.
Right.
We've seen this guy.
It's already there.
We've seen this publicly. We've seen him tamper with the investigation publicly. Does that matter? Yeah. And apparently it does. I mean, it does for a normal human being. It doesn't for him because he's president and you can't indict a sitting president.
Right.
So he's not going to jail or anything like that.
Dude, I didn't think for 1 second he was going to jail.
No,
I'm not
I
saying
didn't either.
I'm just not ever blown away by the fact that politics is dirty. It's like,
It's
yes,
true.
like it's real, man. It's every single one of them is dirty. They're all that's their job. It's like asking a snake not to be a snake. So I never understand like the maybe that's why Barack ruined it for everybody because he was like the Ned Stark of the White House. He was an actual real good honorable person.
He was a clean dude.
Yeah, but it's mostly Littlefinger up in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Game
Ew.
of Thrones came back, by the
Ew.
way.
Yeah. Game of Thrones did come back.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of it yet, but I plan on watching it this weekend.
Okay. Cool.
So we can talk about it
We'll
then.
hold off the spoilers. Actually, nothing's happened to spoil anything yet.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I
Right. So, but watch politics, watch Game of Thrones. It's basically the same thing.
Kinda
The Game of Thrones has better costumes
less swords
and more dongs.
Yeah, more nudity.
Yeah, more duty. So, dude, there was this. I was reading about this company in Nebraska, and they're called Fake a Vacation.
Vacation.
Basically, and people, mainly influencers, millennial influencers, and just millennials in general, pay them to help them fake like they went on a vacation.
Okay, like with green screens and stuff.
Yeah, it says the package includes fabricated photos of you in front of region-specific imagery, Hawaii, Europe, that kind
So
of
that
stuff.
you have cool pictures for your Instagram feed, like
So it
"Oh,
looks
check
like
me
you
out.
did shit.
Look me in Barbados.
That's a thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, top 10 signs you're not a real influencer.
Top 10 signs you need to get out and do more with your life.
Yeah,
You're paying people.
to show you in front of a fake. I mean, aren't you supposed to be making money from your Instagram so you can fly to those places and be interesting? Or is this
Well-
like this is priming the pump so that you can then be like, look,
I think their demographic, their market is bigger than just influencers, though. I think it's just people who want to look like they're doing stuff.
like cosmetic, interesting lives.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their website right now, and I mean, I wouldn't pay for these photos. They're all very cliche. It's literally just like Disneyland in front of the castle, Las Vegas in front of the Las Vegas sign, or like next to Shamu at SeaWorld. It's not like cool photos.
Yeah, but you have access to all of these places because of where we live, but most people don't. So
Right.
for a lot of people, they would be probably pretty.
But can't they just use Photoshop?
You
can't-
can use Photoshop.
Can't they just not fake their vacation?
I know, right? Can't you just show yourself in front of the sad Dairy Queen on the corner of your block? That's actually more interesting to me. Like a Dairy Queen photo. Yeah, that's how like materialistic and shallow this generation has become. It's like that's what's making like a splash in your feed and like, ooh, it would get a lot of likes though. Like if you have, say you have 1,000 Instagram followers, right? And you're not from anywhere around Disney World and you post a picture of you in front of the castle, it would get a lot of likes, and
Yep.
that's really like, I still don't understand how Instagram pages get big. Like where do you get discovered? Because I never look at what somebody else liked, so I wouldn't find somebody new there. Maybe if I get tagged in a photo or through hashtags or something.
There's like an explore page and stuff.
Is that? I mean, I probably should know this.
Yeah.
but I don't.
Wear a bathing suit on the explore page
Fair enough.
and be a woman.
Yeah.
And you'll get likes.
Right. Post it. But how do you even get on the explore page? Like, do you buy? Why wouldn't you spend your money trying to buy your way onto that?
That's what I would think. That's what I would think would be money better spent if that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think you guys are right. I think it's for regular people. I don't think it's for influencers. I'm reading the reviews. I've gone on
Yeah.
a deep dive.
Okay.
Is that okay?
yeah, go.
Yeah.
What are the reviews?
We were planning to go on a vacation, for some reason could not make it. Had announced it and we're feeling sorry about it. This is when I came across Fake a Vacation. They were able to make us pictures for a 5-day vacation with our family. Yeah, too bad I couldn't go on the trip. This saved the day. Now I'm planning my next real vacation with the money I saved.
My marriage fell apart.
Right.
Thank God.
Right.
They should do that for weddings. Like if your wedding falls through, right? And then they figure out a way to do the wedding photos.
Wait, so like if someone leaves you at the altar, you could still pretend you got married?
I mean, you didn't waste all that money. At least you got the photos.
Right.
That would be better and less embarrassing for you.
Yeah, or just not have an expensive wedding and just fake the pictures and send them out as holiday cards and stuff.
I feel like that's one of those industries. Now that we've moved on to photography,
Yeah.
that's one of those industries that needs to protect itself from the fact that probably somebody's iPhone could take just as good a picture as their crazy phone. So I think those people like fluff themselves up and do things that make them feel more important than they actually are. For all of you guys getting married out there, you don't need to buy $3,000 worth of photos. FYI.
Right.
Just buy a bunch of like instant cameras, put them on all the tables, and then have your family give them back to you or some shit like that. That's a racket. It's a racket.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
$3,000?
Easily you can spend that on like the wedding, the engagement photos, which 95% of couples are in a fight during the engagement photos. We were in the biggest fight we've ever had, Josie and I, and my best friend too. They like him and his wife now. Like you're just, and then like you see the photos and you're like, yeah, dude, this is such a fake smile right now. You're like underneath a dock, like and they're like kiss each other. You're like, this is weird and creepy. Like you're watching me like touch my wife and stuff like that. It's just like so awful, so weird.
Wait, why is everyone fighting when they're getting engagement photos done? I've never heard about this.
Because you're in the middle of planning a wedding, which is a nightmare. Planning a wedding is a nightmare, by the way. Don't do it. Just elope.
Don't plan it.
Dude, just elope
Wing it.
and go have sex on your honeymoon. Every single dollar that you put into a wedding is like triple currency on the honeymoon. Because, I don't know, it's just bad. Unless you're going to get a lot of money from family at the wedding, then maybe you should do it. But yeah. I mean, we had a great wedding. Thanks, baby.
Wow. Very inspirational.
Yeah.
Lloyd. I feel so inspired.
I know. And that's what I think about the Mueller report.
I love it. Well, you can anyway, if you can fake a vacation photo, then you can fake a wedding photo. And the fake a vacation photos start at the low, low price of $19.99 and go
Really?
up. Yeah, it's super cheap.
That is cheap.
It's very cheap.
I mean, you could just download a stock photo image. I guess maybe not everybody knows how to use Photoshop. It feels pretty simple, but not everybody does.
Right. Not everyone has moral qualms against against like lying to all of your followers in such an egregious way.
Yeah.
Over something so petty. Look, we were in Hawaii.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Well, we were in Hawaii at the same time. We didn't see you guys.
Like, what a stupid thing to lie about.
It just feels like it takes more effort to go into the place, stand in front of a green screen, do all these candid poses. That seems like way more work than just watching a YouTube video about Photoshop.
Well, it's long distance. It's the company's in Nebraska, so most people using it aren't going to Nebraska.
So what do you do? Do you send? How do you?
I don't know.
You must send them a bunch of photos, and they crop you out of them.
Right. That I don't know.
Jeez Louise. That's probably some guy who got like kicked out of the FBI or something, and like had all these weird skills. He's like, what do I do with these Photoshop skills? Here, I got it. Oh my God! Did you ever get those? When I was a kid, we would get our photos taken at like Sears.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. In Walmart.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have Walmart, but yeah, we had Sears. And like every Christmas, it would be like, the fake Christmas tree in the back. And I remember one they like gave me this football.
Right.
Just me and my Oshkosh bagoshes in a football.
Put your hand on your brother's shoulder, like something you'd never do.
Yeah. But now they're precious. Now those are priceless photos.
I still look back and I think they're corny, but yeah. And like you look at those pictures and you remember it being just a big plastic blanket behind you.
Yeah.
And you being like in a department store or whatever.
Yeah.
Waiting in line, and it was corny. I hated that.
And then like class photos, that was like the worst thing in school would be like to get in a fight with somebody on picture day. It was like when you show up in the class photo with like a shiner or something like that, you're like, oh God.
You got to fight with someone on picture day?
No, I didn't, but it happened like in my school. People would do that. That's funny.
Jeez.
I mean, tragic, but sort of funny.
All right, listen to this. There's a new poll. I guess the Wall Street Journal did a poll, and it indicates that 1 in 4 people have turned down sex in favor of binge watching. Now, when you isolate the demographic from 18 to 38 years old, so the millennial generation, the number jumps up to 36%. So 36% of millennials polled that they have turned down sex in favor of binge watching.
Male or female?
It doesn't say.
I believe it for the females. Not all those dudes know what they're doing. If you're 18 to 24-year-old dude, you're just a fumbling oaf. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, but doesn't mean you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna watch
No,
House
no.
of Cards instead.
No, but your girlfriend would say that.
Oh, I
you
see what
don't
you're
know what
saying.
you're doing. I'm gonna watch House of Cards. Go watch a tutorial or something. Come back when you got some skills.
Well, that was my question. Is sex just really bad now, or is it that Netflix is just really good? I mean, I've been watching Black Summer, and I think it's great.
Oh yeah.
It's a zombie show.
Oh yeah, I've been watching that.
Yeah.
I'm all right with it.
Yeah, about 3 episodes in,
Yeah, I'm all
it
right
starts
with
to
it.
get good.
Yeah. I think TV's really good. I think TV's really good. I think I would put money on it that number's being driven up by females. And I think that also we're in a generation, and even maybe the last two, where like women doing their own thing is like not taboo anymore. And it's like, yeah, I got a vibrator. I did my thing. Like, whatever. That back in the day, I think that was much more frowned upon. And yeah, Jon Snow is just intriguing as shit.
Well, we have the lowest fertility rate in the U.S. since 1987, and it's like steadily falling.
Thanos was right.
Yeah.
Thanos was right.
Yeah, because we do things like the younger generations prefer other forms of entertainment than sex, which is a crazy thought. Remember last week when we talk about people wanting to ban video games and they make them more and more addicting?
Yeah.
It's like at some point you create this behemoth of a game or a show or just a piece of entertainment that's designed to be addictive, and people prefer it over sex because the oxytocin it gives them is just a higher dose.
Yeah. And even like the sex nowadays, like with everything it's competing against, like everything you can look up on the internet and how exciting and crazy it is, like your normal sex with your dude or your girl could be kind of boring to some people, you know? So I could totally see that. But maybe it's just the natural way of us depopulating ourselves.
We're just getting too. See, I would think that, but then I would think like countries with a bigger population would have a bigger problem, like India and China.
Well, every continent on the earth is going down in population except for, I think, Africa.
I think it's. Every continent's going
Yeah.
down. I
Yeah.
was thinking every country.
No, I don't know about that, but every continent, like Europe, America, South America, people are just breeding less because it's not important anymore and it's too expensive. And the idea that that's what you're supposed to do is fading away. And also, I think people are just sick of each other. Like, have you ever, like, Christ, it's like,
I gotta
there's
have a
too-
relationship with this person. I don't
No,
want to.
there's just too many people around. Like, LA is one thing, but like some countries are nuts, man. Like, it's just crowded in India. It's just crowded in Japan and China and stuff. Like, I think that those countries probably look at it as like a problem. Like, overpopulation is a problem. How do you solve it? Make it cool for people not to have kids.
Is that the big government conspiracy?
I wouldn't make it a conspiracy. I'm just, is
We
it?
have to figure out a way to get people to stop boning.
No, not boning. Having kids.
Oh, having kids.
Yeah, that's my contention. Like, bone all you want, we'll make more. No, I think also like birth control is more popular now and
Yes.
more acceptable now. So yeah, and damn it if that Jon Snow is not intriguing.
He's a handsome guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think more people are, like you and I, we are sort of vowed not to have children ever.
Mm.
And I think more people are I think it's becoming more and more socially acceptable to be in that camp.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not considered weird, an alternative lifestyle, if you will.
yeah. What do you got to say about this, Katie?
About which thing? You guys have been talking about a lot of
We've been going round and round.
the binge watching.
Well, yeah. Are there
and
any
versus
shows that
sex?
you would like? I'm trying to think of a show that I would want to watch more than Get Down. I can't think of it. But I say that it also depends on what where you are. What's going
a
on?
lot of other factors. Have I not gotten down in a while?
Yeah.
Because
Have
if so,
Am I?
I need to get down right now. If we just got down, then yeah, I can take a break and
Yeah.
watch an episode or 9.
Clean the slate.
I don't know. I'm not the kind of person who sits there and binge watches stuff. Like, I find it more important to live my real life than
Sure.
to be glued to the TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But you're also a
She's-
person who edits
she's
all the
better than
time
us.
in front of a screen.
Yes, I spend a lot of my time staring at a computer screen for work. So in my off time, I don't love staring at screens all the time.
So you'd rather get down.
Yeah.
Get down. Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
I sometimes want to take my phone and just chuck it across the room because I feel like I just feel like a podling in the dark crystalline.
Yeah, I wonder what the stats are on the amount of people who have not gotten down because they're glued to their phone. I'm
I mean,
guessing it's really high.
yeah, or like missed some sort of like hint or cue, or like just wasn't able to connect with the person to get there because they were distracted all day. Yeah.
How
Well,
many times
also,
have you
oh, sorry, yeah.
how many times have you had a conversation with someone and you're like, you weren't listening to any of that
Yeah.
because you were looking at your phone?
I have to say something.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't do it. If and I invite you all to do the same for me. If like I'm unconsciously just looking at my phone while someone's talking to me,
Yeah.
but I I feel like I can't respect myself if I'm talking to somebody and I'm looking at a phone. So, but yeah.
Yeah, you said something?
Oh, the other reason that people could be choosing to binge watch instead of having sex is that maybe they're tired. Maybe they are
From
just
what?
from life. I don't know.
Yeah,
Why would this generation be more tired than the previous generation?
yeah, I
They
feel
work
like
hard.
we work less.
I don't know.
I do think Americans do work longer hours than we used to, though. I do think there used to be a lot more of a culture of like you go to work at 9, you get home at 5, you clock out, and now it's much more like you're just always sort of clocked in a little bit.
And we're fatter.
We certainly are fatter. Not you and me though, Ray. We look good.
No. I work to not be fatter, but you know, the generations before us were fatter.
Yeah.
Or sorry, we're not as fat.
By and large, people are growing.
All right. You want to take a call?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, this is Tommy. He's 20 years old.
Hey Ray, hey Lloyd, it's Tommy from Alexandria, the wheelchair guy from a few episodes ago. So I'm calling today because I just want your guys' advice on something. You know, I'm driving in the car a lot, and I've been working here for a while now, and I realize that I've put on about 40, 50 pounds in about 6 months, and it's mainly because I have free access to all the fast food in the world. And it's incredibly cheap to go to 7-Eleven and grab a bunch of pizza, and the temptation is just huge. So I was wondering if you guys had any advice on how I can kind of, curb that temptation maybe a little bit so I can get back to a decent weight. Also, Lloyd, I know.
Oh, shit. I accidentally cut it off.
What happened? We lost him.
Oh. I think he was going to say something about Epic Rap, if I remember right. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was trying to click something else. Anyway, so Tommy gained, what do you say, 40 to 50 pounds?
That's a lot.
In how many months? 6 months?
Something like that. No, quite. And he said I'm the guy in the wheelchair from a couple weeks back. Remind me.
He fixed wheelchairs.
Oh, he fixed wheelchairs.
Yeah, remember that guy that was fixing? He called in. He was the guy that fixes wheelchairs, and we made some jokes about that's his opening line to get laid.
Right.
Hey, I fix wheelchairs for children.
Right. So he's not in a wheelchair himself.
Not to my understanding.
Okay, cool. Because that would make losing weight a much different challenge that I would have an interesting time trying to talk about. But yeah, how to,
So he's driving around. He said he's driving around a lot. He has access to a lot of fast food, which I guess we all do.
He said free though. I don't know why it's free. Maybe he works for one of those companies.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Doesn't matter.
Right, exactly. So, whatever. He has access to fast food. It's easy to stop at 7-Eleven and get stuff. Gain 40, 50 pounds in 6 months. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
He blew up.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Feels like he's on medication or something.
I don't know. I mean, if he had a job where he wasn't driving a lot and then started driving and sitting a lot, that would certainly add to it. I remember I was waiting tables for a bunch of years and then bartending, and then I got a job at the comedy club, and for most of the day I was at my desk, and I immediately started putting on weight just because when you're waiting tables, you're walking every day, you're doing everything. So,
well, I guess what I'm trying to say is what's unclear. Or what's clear is that something changed in the past 6 months. That's why I say, would he start new medication or something like that?
He started driving for a job.
So he started driving for a job, and that made him gain, because that's a huge weight. That's a huge weight gain, and it has to lean on some kind of lifestyle change.
Yeah.
So he's driving trucks or something.
Sitting and driving. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's my advice? I mean, you know the advice. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not maybe what you want to hear, but the advice is you got to make a plan, set some goals, and stick to them and try to, you don't really ever lose weight until you're ready to lose weight.
Right.
Nobody can sit there and tell you that. But the fact that you are calling in and you're thinking about it means, yeah, I want to do it. I would give yourself 3 to 4 weeks of doing a thing before you would want to start seeing results. It took me, I'll just say it from experience. about 3 years ago, I changed my diet and exercise habit, and it took about 3 weeks for me to see results. But once I saw those results, I was so much more invigorated. I was like, yes, you know. Um, so I would give yourself that window of time, and you gotta cut out eating that crap, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it literally is. And being in LA, it's so easy to get good food here because everybody's into it. But pick some. I pick meals that I like, and I just eat the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. You can plan your meals too, I would say. You almost have to. But yeah, first of all, step one, rule one to losing weight and getting closer to the ideal body you want. Getting the ideal body is just not going to happen for 99.9% of us. But getting closer to that, you have to understand that you're going to have to suffer. There's no way to get there without you being like, fuck, I hate this. This sucks. There are some lateral moves you can make, like switching from certain kinds of food that you like to other certain kinds of food that you like. But at the end of the day, you're just not going to be able to live the same lifestyle you live now, which is grab whatever you want and eat it and still lose weight.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Pipe dream. So you can do this one of two ways. You can go cold turkey with everything, which some people have the ability to do that, some don't, which means like cut out eating all that bullshit all at once, start planning your meals, only eat at certain times a day. You can do intermittent fasting and stuff like that. Like, oh, I only eat at noon and 5 and I don't have any other meals, stuff like that. The other thing you can do is you can cut out a little bit at a time. You can start one thing at a time. You can say, okay, for this next month, I'm going to cut out just soda. Because you gain 40, 50 pounds, I'm guessing you're slamming back Mountain Dews.
Soda, dude.
100%.
Big
Those
thing.
things that you don't even think of as calories
Yeah.
are the worst.
They're empty.
Yeah. They're the worst. Soda or beer or whatever.
Not beer. You can still drink beer.
Yeah, beer's good for you. No, but you can pick one thing. You say, all right, this month I'm going to give up soda. I'm just going to try it out and see where it gets you. See if you can start to see any results. Once you start to see those little results, you go, oh shit, this is working.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So month 2, I'm going to cut out soda and I'm going to stop eating. I'm going to stop getting any kind of food at 7-Eleven ever.
Yeah, for real.
See what I'm saying? Just kind of do it one step at a time.
Yeah. I can recommend an app, and this is just something that I use. There's this app called the Whole Life Challenge. I have to recommend it. I'm not paid by them. It's something I did. It's an app. It costs like $40, which for me was a big thing because if it costs me $40, it's like buy-in. It means I'm going to do it. It's like these 5 steps, and you cut out. It's like 5 different challenges every day. You got to work out for 10 minutes. You got to stretch for 10 minutes. You got to drink a certain amount of water, eat a certain diet, and then there's like one lifestyle challenge. And it worked for me. I don't know why that thing worked for me. Part of it was because it made the workout pieces like 10 minutes. All you got to do is 10 minutes. And that seemed easy. It also is you do it with a bunch of people and you all hold each other accountable. And then the first rule they were like is if you stumble, you stumble. If you don't hit your points that day, that's it. You just wake up the next day and do it again. But something about the structure of that particular app really worked for me. And I did it. It was like a 6-week challenge, and then one was an 8-week challenge, and I probably did that 7 times. It just became a habit, and I still do it.
Yeah.
Like I still drink the same amount of water. I still try to stretch every day. So that worked for me. If you're interested in an app of that nature, I would check it out.
Yeah, habits are very powerful. So making whatever you're trying to do into a habit,
Yeah.
whether it be adding something to your lifestyle or subtracting something from your lifestyle, adding exercise, subtracting bad food. The second you can make it a habit, you're in really good territory.
Yeah. Like I didn't work out yesterday, and I feel weird today, and now I have to go work out extra hard.
You seem kind of weird.
I am a little weird.
Yeah, a little bit weird. All right, good luck, Jason, man. I mean, you're only 19, so you can burn off some of that. Or no, you're not 18. Sorry, that was Tommy. Tommy's 20. 20. And Jason's our
young.
next caller.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20. You're only 20, so you can burn off those calories a little easier.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck. Yeah, give us a call later and tell us how your progress is going.
I love people are giving him a lot of advice in the comments too. That's really nice. It's cool.
Look at that. Look at that.
We're helping people.
Look at that. I feel so good. All right, let's see if we can help Jason, who is 19.
Hey guys, my name is Jason. I'm 19. I guess I'm looking for some advice on creating and maintaining friendships. I'm just finishing up my first year of college, and this year the only real friendships I feel like I've been able to maintain are with my now former roommate and his girlfriend. However, they just moved out, and honestly, I'm feeling more alone now than I ever really have before.
Mm.
I suffer from social anxiety that comes in the form of not really being able to be the one that initiates conversations or starts relationships, things like that. If people come up to me, I'm always more than happy to talk to them and get to know them and, really try and build that relationship. But when it comes to me being the one to initiate, I just can't really get myself to do it. So yeah, any advice you guys can give, I'd really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, that's
Wow.
different.
Wow, that one hit me in the feel bone.
Okay, what do you got?
Uh,
What do you got for Jason?
I mean, first of all, he sounds like a great dude. I think it makes me want to help him, which means that it'd probably be pretty easy to be friends with that kid. Uh, I I I think the first thing I would say is I feel for you, and I think a lot of people probably are going through the same type of thing at your age. I remember my first and second year in college was just very difficult and awkward, and I couldn't seem to land with the right type of friends. And I knew a lot of people, but I never really connected with the people, and I felt that same way. I was like, oh, I hate this. Um, so yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that. I guess my advice would be, what are the things that you like to do? Try to join some groups that maybe are involved in that. Like maybe you like a certain type of sport, or maybe you like to play Dungeons and Dragons, or maybe you like to play video games, or whatever those things are. There are communities out there. There are large communities out there for wrapped around certain activities. And I think you'd find that if you reached out to one of these communities or went to a class, even if it's like jujitsu or some sort of athletic thing, if you have a common like with someone else, it's much easier to talk about that thing. You can talk about the if it's like you're into Comic-Con or cosplay or whatever, you can talk about those things and speak the same language with those people, and it sort of greases those wheels a little bit. So I would think about that.
Taking
Uh,
a class is a great idea.
Yeah, taking a class. I mean, I run an improv company and we do improv classes, and it's like people meet their best friends in there. Not because they want to do improv for life, but because it's like a protected environment where you're encouraged to get to know each other, and there's like a third objective party that's sort of leading it, and then you can just meet other people who are interested in the same thing. So that's my advice, buddy.
Take a class.
Take a class or something, or join something. Join a club, join a theater club, join a karate club, join whatever you're interested in. Don't force yourself, but whatever you're interested in.
The military.
Yeah, whatever it is, RTC or whatever. Like, yeah.
Join the military. Okay, I'll give some advice out of left field because I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, go to where people have the same common interests as you do, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Find that, and you will naturally start to connect with people. It might take a while, and it might suck doing it, but I think it'll just naturally happen. So here's my advice out of left field: get a dating app, go on a bunch of dates, and you're gonna meet a lot of people who you don't want to date just for whatever reason, but you're gonna meet a lot of people, and that's the point. And it doesn't mean you're gonna. If you ever used a dating app, it doesn't mean you're gonna leave the date like being like, I fucking hate that person, I'm not attracted to him. You're gonna leave being like, well, I was attracted to the girl last night, not the girl this night, but like she seems cool. Maybe we could hang out, or maybe she'll invite me to something or whatever.
Yeah.
And don't be a creep or anything like that.
They also have apps like that for friends.
I'm told they do now.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they're I don't know where you're from. I don't know if they're in like the smaller towns or whatever, but there's certainly those apps that are just like, they're almost like networking apps where you
Yeah.
just have coffee with someone and talk and chat, and it's not a romantic thing. So you might want to look into that too, Yeah, I feel like you're the only guy I know that likes online dating in those apps.
What are
You're
you talking about?
I mean, everybody else that I know that did Tinder was like, it's awful.
Oh,
It
they're
sucks.
they're lying. They're lying because they're ashamed.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
guys.
these are people that don't need to lie about that. Like, they're ashamed about other things.
I'm talking about guys. Like, I understand why women would hate. Like, first of all, if they hate Tinder, then it's like, yeah, we'll try another dating app.
Right.
Then that one's not for you. Go get another one that's not as like sleazy or whatever. There's different ones.
Right. But I don't. Yeah. But we already this.
And
like,
also, I'm good at like figuring out the way things work and
Yeah.
how to get the best out of them.
Yeah.
So I got like the best results out of these dating apps because I went into it with that mindset. I wasn't like, well, I hope something happens. Like, no, okay, let's see how much progress I can make in like meeting people and going out on dates and connecting with people. And is it better to have a serious opening line or a funny opening line?
Yeah, what's
is
that
it
like?
better? Is it? I mean, it's all and it's all sort of relative, and it's all relative to who you are and what your personality. And I realize I understand what works for me,
Right.
and I thought it was a great experience. And at the end of the 2 or 3 years that I was messing around with that, I never like the relationship I'm in now, which has been going on 3 years. I didn't meet her on a dating app. I met her outside of that.
Yeah.
So it
That's
ultimately
so
didn't
great.
end in anything.
So you just went for a fun Tinder ride and didn't get hurt.
It wasn't just Tinder, but yeah, and like I tried like other apps and stuff, and
What's the equivalent of bar hopping for dating apps? Just like there should be a word for that. Just
bar hopping for dating apps.
Yeah, like I'll go on Tinder, then we'll hit the OK Cupid, and then we'll like stop at
What do your other friends say about the apps? Like, why do they hate
just
them?
that it was just like shallow conversations, awkward, interactions with people, like sort of meaningless sex that some people love, but maybe not these people. Everybody's always like, yeah, I had a lot of sex. We had a lot of sex, but that I think maybe those people weren't looking for that. And also just like then I met some awful people, just some awful people who were completely different in person than they were online. Or, I got a dick pic like the second day in or something. Just all these just weird things that people do when they can hide behind that digital shield. And it just was uncomfortable and icky.
Yeah, I think these people don't know what they're doing.
You should teach a class.
Well, I mean, you said it right there. You're like, they had a ton of sex and that wasn't what they were looking for. Then why'd they have a ton of sex?
Well,
You
I
see
don't
what
know.
I'm saying? Or like, oh, they had a ton of awkward conversations. I did too. And then you know what? I left those conversations. I didn't follow up. I would go and talk to people until I found someone I enjoy talking to this person.
Are you still in touch with anybody that you met on Tinder but in a platonic way?
Yes.
Really?
Lots of them. That's
Should
why
I
I was
join
telling
Tinder?
Jason.
Should I join Tinder?
No, your wife will not approve.
Well, maybe we'll join as a. No, that would be bad.
Join as a duo, just for friends.
Yeah, just for friends.
But that's the thing. Like yeah, your experience is going to be bad if you're looking for a thing and you don't sort of curate your experience to that thing. If you're looking for,
But not that many people are that in control of themselves. Like I feel like that's something that you're great at.
well, that's their problem then.
I know, but like that, we've already discussed that you are part psychopath, and that's part of it.
I am, but also if you get on a dating app and you're like, I am not looking for fast, easy sex, then like say that or put that vibe out there and have that conversation with people. Like online, they're used to it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, just so you know, I'm not looking for a one night thing, and the people will be like, all right, or they'll be like, fuck you, and then they'll leave. But then you don't have to talk to those people again.
Yeah.
I had a great experience.
Yeah. Or you could go to church. Maybe you should go to church. That's the other side of the token.
Yeah. See, I didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Anyway.
Anyway,
buddy.
I vouch for dating apps.
Dating
I
apps.
still do.
Right on. Fair enough.
Still do. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of people out there. Exposing yourself to more people is not, and I don't mean sending dick pics. I mean like putting yourself in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
In with the idea that you're going to meet a lot of people or that you're going to date a lot of people. I think that's good, but
Yeah.
you also have to be clear about what you want
Fair
and
enough.
and what you're not going to put up with.
Yeah. Well, good luck, buddy. I think you'll be fine.
Ooh, I'm on this dating app and I'm looking for a nice guy. I just really want a sweet guy. Oh, look at his abs. He's got a shirtless pic. I think I'll message him. Yeah, it's going to be a disaster.
Awful.
That's
Just a
what
train
half
wreck.
the people do.
Maybe I'll
I
join.
hate dogs.
Maybe I'll
Oh, he has a
join.
dog. Oh, I can put up with
That's
it.
just a whole window of the world that I don't get to experience. I feel like that's so
You
weird.
should make you.
I wonder just who I would match with. Like who would it be that was like, yeah, I'd like to meet that dude.
You and Josie should set up a fake account, fake name, fake pictures, or whatever, and just use it to chat with people on there, just to see what the interactions are like.
It's actually really funny. My friend wrote a show called Date Me, and that's what she did. She created 15 or 20 fake Tinder profiles and then just they were all different, and then she just dealt with all these people, and now it's a play going to like off Broadway. So
I think I
it's
dated
certainly
her.
a thing. Yeah, I'm sure. Right.
I think I sent her a dick pic.
Oh no.
All right, this is Jimmy. He's 28.
Hey, this is Jiggy, age 28. I'm calling to ask advice about siblings. You see, I'm out here on the road, and I have 4 brothers and 1 sister. And it just seems like we all have, like, lost touch, and they all kind of got their own families. I'm the youngest, so I don't really have a family since I'm a trucker and I'm out here on the road. My question is, how do we keep in contact? Because I feel like I would contact them over the phone and they would not call me back or text me back, and that kind of upsets me a little bit, and I realize that they've got their own lives. But if you guys could give me some tips, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate your show.
Hell yeah. You got some
Awesome.
good calls today.
I know. Nice people. All right, Jimmy's feeling a little lonely. He's got, what'd he say? 3 brothers, 1 sister.
Yeah.
He's the youngest.
Yeah.
And so they're all older, implying that they all have families and their own lives and stuff. And they're not, he misses them. They're not really getting back to him.
Yeah. And he wants to figure out a way to reconnect on a more deeper level.
Jimmy, get a dating app. Maybe you'll
Family
match
date.
with one of them.
That's a good one, man. I mean, I think it starts with being honest with them. If my little brother called me up, because I'm really close with my brothers and all of them, and we don't talk that much, but that's just sort of how we are. And when we talk, we get deep. But if you called up one of them and really said that or wrote them something, you could write out your thoughts and be positive about it. Like, come from a place of love, not to sound too hippy dippy, but like, come from a place like, I miss you, man. I really miss you. I think that would go a long way, and not a text, not just a fleeting text, or just something where you can be honest with them, and then also have a plan, be like, let's go to lunch, let's grab a beer, or can I do this, or try to set something up. Sometimes there's got to be someone who's the initiator in that situation, and I know, as a guy who's not a great initiator, I really appreciate it when someone reaches out and does that, where they're like, "Hey, I'd love to buy a lunch, or let's get a beer together, or let's get coffee or something." I think that's your family. They're gonna love you. Be honest with them,
Yeah.
and continue to be honest with them as much as you can.
Yeah, I struggle with this because on one hand, I want to say like, well, you got to be more aggressive,
Right.
but maybe that's not the right thing to say.
Yeah.
But
for
pulling
me,
back, I don't think it's a good idea either.
yeah. No, I don't ever think because I've been guilted by family from
Yeah.
time to time, and that never works. It's never like, "Ugh, you just never call me." Like, no one wants to call that person. I think you really have to come from a place of, dude, I miss you, man. I really let's hang. Let's just do something cool. Like, come from that place where
Right.
you're bringing energy to the situation rather than
genuine.
sucking it away. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. No, they have, if they have families, like the second they have kids,
it's
that
tough.
kid is their main focus.
Yeah.
And it pushes everything else out to the perimeter.
Yeah.
And right now you're out on the perimeter, and I think you're feeling that in a very difficult way, which has got to suck.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to understand that like their parental instincts have kicked in.
But also too, like, you're an uncle now, so like
You
being
have rights.
no, but being involved in those kids' lives is going to make those children's lives better. And I would make plans for that when you're talking to your brothers or your sisters and be like, hey, let's take the kids and do this. Or I'd really love, being involved in that children's life is going to be a big way to bring in your family, because when you have kids, I don't have kids, but all my friends with kids, they make all these new friends because they're at the same playground or they're at the same preschool or whatever. And all of a sudden they meet these because they have something in common to talk about. You got to insert yourself into those kids' lives, remember their birthdays, remember
Yeah.
things like that. That stuff's important,
Manipulate your way in.
Yeah, buy your
That's
way in,
It's
bro.
a good idea. I think that's great. I think that's good advice.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, but now it's time for
Hey.
Hey! All right, guys, you know what time it is. Time for Stoner Thoughts. These are basically shower thoughts. We find them on the internet. They're interesting, they're quirky, and we basically react to them. You can play along in the comments if you would so choose.
All righty.
All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready to get stoner
Okay.
thought.
Nope. Sound bite's not. There we go.
Stoner thoughts.
You can't snap your fingers inside your mouth.
How many people? I mean, immediately wanted to try.
I know. I just stopped myself
Me
from
too.
trying. Okay.
So did I. It was too knee jerk. Why would you want to? Like,
Did you
why
try-
would you need to?
Okay. We would just all three
let's
try it at
just
the same
try it.
time.
We're all gonna
Okay.
try it.
All right.
This is gonna hurt. One of us is
Yeah.
gonna
All
get hurt.
Okay, well, just
All right.
open your mouth really wide, I
All right.
guess.
3, 2.
Ow! Okay,
That hurt. Yeah. No.
Fair enough.
That I hit the inner side. Okay.
that's like when
Fair
you're
enough.
a kid and they used to do that thing and they'd be like, if your hand is as big as your
Yeah.
face, you have cancer, and then
Yeah.
they like
Yeah.
punch you.
And then oh yeah.
Yeah. Some
That was
kid's
good.
nose breaks and just blood pours out everywhere.
Okay. So it's not impossible to snap your fingers inside your mouth, although I wouldn't recommend doing
I
it.
bet you the president can do that, no problem. Tiny hands Trump can be like, not a problem.
Just like wow. Okay. Now he's doing a hand jamboree in his mouth.
I know, right?
Stoner thoughts.
Being rich must be like playing life with cheat codes on.
Oh yeah. Or being hot, dude. Being hot, same way.
See, I think it's being born rich
Yeah,
is like playing life with cheat codes on.
for sure. Being born rich.
Yeah.
Like, striking it rich really early somehow, maybe, but at least you've earned it that way.
Yeah.
That
'Cause
was
then
like when they said Kendall Jenner was like,
self-made.
yeah, you're like, no, what?
No, you can't have rich and famous. You can't be born into wealth and fame and claim to be self-made. It's just not.
Yeah.
That's just not a thing.
You shouldn't claim that. There's nothing wrong with you enjoying the privileges that you've had because of the hard work of your family.
Sure.
Nothing wrong with that. But don't like belittle the term self-made who are people who are actually self-made by saying that you're self-made. It's
Agreed.
ridiculous.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Stoner thoughts.
When you're dead, you do not know that you are dead. Everybody else is just experiencing the pain. It's the same when you're stupid. I've thought of that before. I thought, man, maybe I'm really stupid, but I'm so stupid that I don't realize that I'm stupid.
I've definitely had that. Like, why am I so stupid? I have days when I just feel like a moron. I'll do the same thing. Like, how many times have I asked you what town you live in? 30 times. I can't remember the name of the damn town. I'm not going to say it. But like,
Oh, you mean the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
like
see
how
what you're
many
saying.
times have I asked you that? Like every other week you get, I'm like, where do you live again? Like what?
Oh, right.
What's wrong with me? Yeah.
You're getting old. That's
I
the problem.
guess so.
No, it's just you're so stupid you don't realize.
But what's worse? I think I would rather not realize it than to know I'm stupid.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Stoner thoughts.
Space is only 62 miles away, which is like an hour-long drive.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a crazy thought, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
It takes longer to get to Pasadena.
I had read that if you take like a standard size globe, right, to get to space is like roughly a quarter inch off that globe,
Wow, that is true.
which
that
is just
might be
right off the surface.
That might be my favorite stoner thought we've ever had.
Yeah, 62 miles.
That's trippy.
Yeah, you
man.
think it's so far away.
Yeah, I guess when you go in a shuttle, it's not that far of a shuttle ride before you get into the atmosphere. That's nuts, man. Wow.
You want to go to space?
62 miles is like,
I have enough gas in my car to get to space.
yeah. You could get there in an hour in a decent sized SUV. Wow.
Stoner thoughts.
When you're a kid, you see people over 30 as adults. When you're over 30, you still feel like a kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Doesn't
Yes.
stop at 30 either, Keem.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yes, sir.
When-
Yeah. How would you think you would be when you were in your 30s, when you were a kid? I was like, oh, I'll be married. I'll have I never wanted kids, but I was like, I'll probably change my mind and want kids or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll be in a steady sort of office type job or something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got into my 20s that I realized like, oh, that's probably not going to be me at all.
Oddly enough, so many people talk about what they thought they would be and what they planned on being. I never, ever even considered it and still don't. I don't think about the future ever. I think, and I don't know, maybe that's why improv always suited me because it's like being in the moment. But like, I just kind of go with what is put in front of me. I plan things, but I never had like a 5-year plan. The only thing I ever pictured myself was in a mugshot. That's what I pictured myself was in a mugshot.
Aim high.
Yeah, no, I didn't think. I think the reason why I decided not to have kids is because I never did picture myself with kids. All I did was picture myself hating having kids.
Right.
You know,
Just
like
miserable.
yeah, just work. I knew what I didn't want. That's what I always went.
Ah.
That was a different way of doing it. So
All right, we got one more.
one more.
Stoner Thoughts.
Each time you light your lighter gets lighter until your lighter gets so light that it won't light.
That sounds like Lil Yachty's next rap lyric.
No, it doesn't, because this is actually coherent.
Yeah, it actually rhymes.
Each time you light your lighter gets lighter until your lighter gets so light that it won't light.
Wow. What do you do with the millions and millions of disposable lighters that are out there? Like where
They're
do they
stuck
go?
in seagull throats,
Fuck yeah, they are. Jesus.
I would assume.
Just in some sort of whale belly. We're all dead.
Got to recycle them, bro. We are
Can you
fucked.
we're screwed.
We are fucked.
Can you recycle those? I don't think you can recycle those. Just like metal and plastic and all that stuff,
I-
and also like flammable gas. Like you can't like burn that.
I don't really ask usually. I just throw it in the recycle.
I
bin.
just hit
Here
a
you go.
homeless guy with it right on the head. I just throw it at a giraffe.
Get
Just
some
hit
use
it.
out of it. Some enjoyment out of this.
Yeah.
All right, we got Johnny, who's 29.
All right.
What's up? My name is Johnny. I'm 29 years old. A while ago, I dated a girl for about 4 years, and towards the end of our relationship, we were engaged, and then she ended up breaking things off, and understandably so, because I was a huge jerk with a lot of stuff to process and go through and learn on my own before I was ready for a relationship. Anyway, since then, I have sought help and got mental counseling and things like that, and actually myself now working the behavioral health and mental health field as part of peer services. The problem's been coming in because even though it's been about like 3 years since all that happened and I've gotten mentally healthier, I end up any time that I'm starting to be in a relationship with anyone, I kind of run the other direction because I remember how much of a jerk that I used to be, and I don't ever want to do anything like that to anybody again. And even though I know I'm not the same person, sometimes reoccurring thoughts of who I used to be pop in my head. I'm like, nope, can't do that to anybody else. But I would love your guys' input. Thanks a lot, and love the podcast. Bye.
All right, Johnny. Sounds like you're already making all the right moves. It sounds like you recognize that you have a questionable past. I'm not sure specifically what you did to, you say, ruin your past relationship, but that you don't want to do that again. Also, you've sought treatment for whatever that is, which is like the best thing you can do. And it seems like you're even, so you alluded to working in that field now too, the mental health field,
That's cool. Yeah.
which is great. So like all the things I was going to tell you to do, you're kind of already doing them.
Yeah, my little neck hairs prickled up a little bit. Not because I don't believe you, but I wonder if you might want to ask yourself the question of why are you really running away? Because it sounds like a really nice story to be like, I'm running away because I don't want to hurt these girls. Like I hurt past people. But is it that? Or is that easier to tell yourself than I'm just not ready for this relationship right now? Or I'm not attracted to this person right now? Or whatever. Because that feeling of like holding yourself hostage from people or like protecting yourself from people, I don't know. I think you should examine that a little bit. It didn't fit for me. And again, like what Ray said, I don't know what your past was like and stuff like that. But I think when you meet the right person, you're not going to be able to do that. You know, it's not going to be like, I'm a monster. I have to protect you.
You're not going to be able to stop yourself.
Yeah. So it just doesn't sound like you've met the right person.
That I agree.
Yeah. So I think maybe that might be a story you're telling yourself. And again, this is all due respect. This is just, you know, I get little prickles on the back of my neck when I hear something like that. Not like I'm scared, but like it just goes, it's like my,
Yeah.
So you might want to just think about the actual real reasons, because what I suspect is if you don't feel like you're connected with the person that you're with because you've hurt people bad in the past, you're hesitating to tell them that because you don't want to hurt them again, but by being honest with them. But the fact of the matter is you don't feel connected to that person. So there's a way to be honest with those people without like being a dick about it, you know? So it might be that.
I also suspect, Johnny, that you're not like turning down the one. You're turning down partners who you think would be fine,
Yeah.
but they're just not motivating you the same way that ex-girlfriend did.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. And part of the reason why. Okay, so there's a thing like when people go into when they start to get better with their mental health, especially when it revolves around relationships, the thing you're attracted to can sometimes start to change. So this thing that you used to be attracted to, aka your ex, those qualities might not move you in the same way that they used to. So that could be like this underlying feeling of like, "Oh, I'm just not motivated to get into this. There's just something like it." Or it can also go in the other direction, which I suspect might be the case, Johnny, is that you're still a little depressed over the last relationship.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Underneath it all.
Yeah.
And anytime you get close to someone, it starts to boil up, and you start to feel a little bit flat, like you almost don't feel anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the answer lies internally and continue to get help, but like really question what your motives are by running away or whatever, and just be honest with yourself. We won't tell.
Right. And are you? And for all you know, Johnny, you could be dodging bullets left and right by tossing these girls, by not getting into these relationships.
Right.
Because if you're not ready, it's not going to be fun for either of you.
Yeah. I feel like we need a female perspective on one of these pretty soon.
See, I don't. Oh. What do you got?
I don't know. What do you think?
What do you
Katie?
think?
What do you think? Turn that guy on.
Yeah, turn the mic on.
Hello, here's my mic.
Like,
What's a specific question?
He feels like he's running away from girls because he's protecting them from him because he was sort of a shit in the past.
Yeah, he got out of a bad relationship where he was.
No,
I don't know.
heard the call.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
just curious. Like, you're asking like, should he run away or should he stay?
No, I'm asking you, like, from your perspective, do you buy that you're protecting yourself from other people, or do you think it's something different?
You're
Well,
protecting them from you.
Yeah.
He might actually be a bad guy, and it might be okay
he's calling from
that he
prison.
knows that he's not ready to date someone right now. That might be okay. He might need to do more work on himself. I don't know what it is. If he's, he didn't really say specifically all the problems that there are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe he just needs to be all on his own for a while.
I'm just skeptical. I think he does need to be on his own for a while, but I'm skeptical about people being that self-aware about who they're attracted to and when. Like, this would totally work out, but see, I'm a monster, so I'm going to let him go. I think people are like, nope, I'm just going to give it a shot.
Yeah, that's too cerebral.
Yeah,
like, when you feel it,
right.
You can't
It's
do it.
intellect outweighing emotion.
What if his picker is off?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
No, yeah, that's what we're saying. His picker might be off, but the thing is, if his picker's off, wouldn't that make him more likely to jump into bed with someone?
Like sometimes, like when your picker's off, like you keep choosing a guy who beats you up. You keep choosing, but like it could go the other way too. If your picker's off, you could continue to choose women or men who let you treat them in a certain way. You know what I mean? Like if you're a manipulative, bossy guy or something, you find yourself attracted to men or women who sort of are submissive to that. And that would trip me out a little bit.
Yeah, there might be people that are enabling whatever his certain brand of crazy is.
Yeah.
So then what I said is right. So then he's dodging bullets by not being with these people.
Yeah. I guess maybe just, we've come full circle on it. But maybe it's like, maybe you're just not ready to date yet. Maybe you just got to, hit that brain study more and just keep on your own thing until it happens more naturally.
I think it will absolutely happen naturally, and it'll happen in such a way that he's just like, I can't control it.
Yeah.
I can't not pick up the phone when this person calls.
Yeah. Kind of like a wet dream.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said. Lloyd, an intellectual.
Hey.
All right. Alex, 18.
Hi, my name's Alex. I'm 18, and I'm currently going to a community college getting my gen ed stuff out of the way. Then I'm going to a university to pursue a degree in theater arts because I want to be an actor, and it's the only thing I can see myself doing and being happy with. But the thing is, I'm from a fairly rural part of North Carolina, and I don't really have anybody to talk to about it. So I was wondering, Ray, you and Lloyd, if you guys could give me some advice about it, because I know you guys have experience in the field. Just advice about what to do after college. I would really appreciate it. Hey guys, I've been a fan for a really long time. I really love your stuff. Best wishes. Thanks.
I mean, yeah, you go ahead, Katie. You can jump in if you want. You go
Yeah.
ahead.
So look, you're either gonna have to create your own stuff if you want to act. You have to create your own stuff or move to somewhere where people are creating stuff. You're in North Carolina. My guess, your best bet would be Atlanta, which is just a few states away,
Yeah.
as you know.
There's a pretty fertile production market going on there.
Big time.
I would have loved to know what kind of acting you want to be involved in. That's a really broad statement. Are you trying to do stage? Are you trying to do film? Are you trying to do TV? Are you trying to do commercials? You know what I mean? I would say don't go to college.
Well, I
That
think
would
he's
be.
gonna. I think he doesn't finish college. He wants to
Oh,
know.
is that what he's? No,
I-
he said I'm gonna go to
Oh,
college.
he's going. Yeah, he's only 18. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
I think if you go to college, you waste 4 years.
Damn.
I do. I'm sorry. If you want to be an actor, just my perspective, I know you actually went to college, but you went to college in New York City. Is that right?
Yeah, I went to NYU, which I think does give you a leg up, but I will agree that there are many, many, many actors who did not go to college who are successful. So it's not required. And at some point, like, yes, your college degree will get you in the door if it's from a prestigious place,
Yeah.
but it's really more about like what you do in the room.
Yeah. If you're not going to college in LA, New York, Chicago, or Atlanta, or some major city with an actual scene, you're wasting your money. You're gonna learn how to land a regional theater job, and that's it. I went to UMass Amherst and I was a theater major there, and I left after 3 years and I didn't know what a casting agent was. Like these programs, I don't know. I'm not anti-college. You're 18. You're competing with 10-year-olds who have a fucking resume as long as your arm because they grew up here. So as fast as you can get yourself into the game, do it. If you're not trying to do the main thing and you just are fine, like, hey, I'd just love to do community theater and learn how to do this, that's fine. There's probably like theater business art programs that you can take. But if you're legitimately trying to be an actor or a musician or something, you must get into the game ASAP.
I would also recommend. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna go a different direction, but so go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, the Atlanta thing is really smart that Ray was saying because I've seen a lot of actors who are from somewhere else move to LA too quickly when they have 0 credits and 0 experience, and you'd rather be a big fish in a small pond if you're in a regional area. Like even Austin, Texas has a film market.
Sure.
Atlanta, there's a lot of different places, and what's cool about that is that they cast their lead roles from LA or New York, and then a lot of those co-stars and those day players are local hires.
Yep.
And so you have a lot better chance of getting those smaller parts that you're eligible for if you're in a regional area versus being in LA or New York.
Yeah.
Because you have less competition.
Also, you're 18 years old. Why are you not making your own stuff? You can do it on your phone, and you start out anytime you start tonight if you want, and it'll suck and you'll be terrible, but a few years in you'll be better and you'll be good.
Yeah.
And you'll have people who watch you, even if it's just a few people. So like 18 years old is the best time to start making your own stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're still young and handsome.
Yeah. You
Still-
got all the hair on your head.
Still full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah. Piss and vinegar.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
I mean, vinegar kind of tastes like piss already.
Why would I have vinegar in me?
Maybe you're pissing vinegar.
Is-
because you're that charged up on the inside.
So when piss is in you, is it still piss? Or is it something else?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, so man, good luck. Hopefully your parents don't get mad at you. Go hard or go home.
Make your own stuff, dude. You're 18.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What I would give.
To be 18 again?
Well, yeah. The thing is, like, when you and I were 18, we didn't have the opportunity to like make your own stuff and sort of put it out there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess you might have. Yeah, no way. Not on the level there is today.
Yo,
No
you couldn't
way.
put video on the internet in the same
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
that you can now, like with ease. People forget.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet wasn't even fast enough in most places to even watch
Yeah.
streaming video
Yeah.
in such a way that you could mass consume it.
Good luck.
Good luck, Alex.
Good luck.
All right, that's it. That's our list of calls, man.
Oh, right on.
We blew through the day.
Got through it. Well, what a fun episode. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Thanks for watching, you guys. I know that Epic Rap Battles just debuted on Saturday, so if you guys go check it out, that was a big thing for me. So I figured I'd give myself a plug. But
Hey.
yeah, check it out. Go check it out, and then we'll be back next Wednesday again at noon.
Yeah, taking calls 321-222-3179. Call us, ask for advice, Leave your first name, could be a fake name, your age, and about a 1-minute message explaining what your problem is.
Yeah. And then if you want to get a text from us letting you know when we're about to go live, you can text the word Kings to the number 43506, and we'll let you know right when we're about to go live, because sometimes you don't get the notifications and stuff like that. Other than that, I think that's it for us. Hang around after for the Q&A, and we'll see you next week.
Stick
guys.
around for the chat, guys.
Yeah.
We love you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
What great
Yeah.
calls. Yeah, boy.
Woo! What's up, guys?
What's up, y'all?
Ah,
What a fun time.
I know. That's a good one.
Those were good calls. I'm the called in. I really appreciate the advice. I don't know about handsome, but I was thinking Atlanta was the best idea. Oh, that was Alex. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, Atlanta's got a great scene, man.
Big time.
Walking Dead's there.
And it blew up in like 5 years.
Well, what happened is California has all these crazy taxes on production, and all these other cities were like, oh, it's real easy to transfer data now, huh? We don't have to like drive these giant cars with film in them.
Yeah.
Why don't we just give tax incentives to these productions and we'll come here? So like Vancouver's blowing up, Atlanta's blowing up. It's all over the place now, right?
Yeah, I have tons of actor friends who have actually moved to Atlanta.
Yeah, you can live
to
for
get
half
more
the price.
TV credits.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Word.
Oh, thanks, Kale. I love Wolverine. I was very excited to play that role. And it also gave me incentive to go to the gym.
Don't they? It doesn't always.
Dude, it was like, I'm not going to be the doughy version of Wolverine, damn it.
Shanna said she took our advice and she's working progress. Which one?
Took your advice and work in progress. Great. So work in
Which-
progress. That's all you could do.
right.
She was struggling with like a little bit of depression.
Oh,
and
that's right.
struggling with
Yes.
feeling down and stuff. Yeah.
Sorry,
good.
some people give us fake names, so.
Yeah. No, that's good to hear, Shannon. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a light switch. It's more of like it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know, it's gonna be little steps in the right.
Not a
direction.
light switch, it's like a dimmer switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
there
gotta
you go.
really gotta push up.
Oh yeah.
What was that fitness app called again? Sarah wants to know.
Oh, it's called the Whole Life Challenge. It's really cool. You can get it on your phone. Yeah, it's like $40. But for me, I would never use a free app for that because I'm like a money oriented dude, and if I buy something, it makes me want to use it. It's like a buy-in,
Right.
you know.
Gotta prove it to yourself.
Yeah, and if you do it, you do the first time. I think it's 6 weeks, and then they immediately like send you a half off coupon if you want to do it again or whatever. So, or if you refer somebody, I think you get some money off too. So it
It's
ends
called
up
the
being good.
Whole Life Challenge.
Whole Life Challenge.
That sounds like how I describe my actual life. It's just a challenge for my whole life. Nothing works out. It's just challenging.
Being 5'6" is a whole life challenge.
Fuck yeah.
I'm
I'm
nervous. To call in,
nervous.
guys.
Why?
Don't be nervous.
Why are you nervous to call in?
You go for it. Shanna, try CBD oil. Oh yeah. Sometimes
You could
CBD
try
oil,
that.
yeah.
I don't like to suggest sort of self-medicating to people like that. I always feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably fine, but I would feel bad if like they had to use it. Yeah, if they got addicted and it sort of became like a habit and and I don't know.
Yeah. I would certainly try.
Probably not a big deal.
I would
but
certainly try exercise and diet first.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm glad everybody's talking in the little comments. That's like warms the heart.
In the
you know?
chat. What's up,
Yeah, it's
Glinda?
cool. What's up,
Been
Glinda?
Glinda with the heart. Glinda has been. I recognize her. She's been a fan for a long time.
Oh, cool.
And just has been active here and there. You
Right
like some of those profile names and pictures you've just seen. You've like, man, I've been seeing that name for like 7 years,
Yeah,
8
yeah.
years.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Totally.
Feels good.
Catherine King, same. Don't want to get too deep. Well, that's about his siblings. Do you call Jimmy is actually called Giggity? And we were the trucker couple.
Oh, Giggy.
Oh, Giggy. Not
Giggy
Jimmy.
or Jiggy? No, Jiggy. It was called Jiggy.
Oh, well, then we were right.
Yeah, no, we had a discussion before about whether the name was Jiggy or Jimmy, and Google Voice read it as Jimmy.
Oh.
So that's what we just went with.
Well, Giggy
It just sounded more logical.
Yeah.
Like more plausible that, the name's probably Jimmy.
I'm immediately thinking of Quagmire now.
Giggity.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
All right. Couple of road, Texas. We're engaged and huge fans. Oh, well, congratulations on the engagement, Shannon and Jiggy.
Hell yeah. Congrats. I'm 24 years old, virgin. Any advice? My advice is to call.
You're lying.
And leave it on the voicemail, and we'll talk about it next
Yeah,
week.
I like how there's no, you're lying. He's not 24-year-old virgin.
They're out there.
I know they exist, but I just think this person is. I think if you were a 24-year-old virgin, you would feel odd about it. You wouldn't just be like, "Oh, 24-year-old virgin." Who do we give advice? I
Right.
think he's full of shit.
Oh, okay.
To be honest with you.
All right. Are you guys gonna go back to Sex is Like? Yeah, we might
Yeah,
do it next week.
yeah, we're talking about doing it next week.
Sex is Like is like a tough one, because I do that. I do that in live shows all the time, and you play with like 6 people, so you only have to have 1/6 of the jokes, And when there's 2 of us, it's like it's tough, because I don't have one all the time. But
We
maybe
get
that's
Katie to play.
yeah, we got Katie to play. Katie's in. Katie's in.
She's gonna come out with
I've just been recruited.
Yeah.
some raw ones, like
hardcore-
just some really like
Put me in,
damn.
coach.
Are you-
The girls are always the best
Yes.
because the whole room lights up.
Slow
But,
down,
yeah.
sailor.
Hardcore Katie is.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wash your mouth out.
His last name is Gagora. Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
Italian a little bit.
The people in the chat really like me, I
Fragile.
guess. I don't know.
Nice.
They don't know you.
You watch this at work. So you're a stock boy. That's cool.
Stock boy even replay old episodes. That's cool. Yeah, man. Call in for your advice. It's fine. Use a fake name.
Yeah.
Nothing to be nervous about. You can be totally anonymous.
Yep.
Mazark says he'll call us next week. Call us and tell us your I'm a virgin story, and then we'll tell you if you're full of shit.
I'm a virgin baby, so why don't?
'Cause I don't
you
believe
phone
it.
Me?
I know there are 24-year-old virgins out there. I don't believe that this guy is one of them.
All right. Making decisions.
I-
All right. Big fan. Love you guys too.
No kidding. You guys are very intelligent. Well, you're welcome to call anytime.
What's
Figels.
that brain muscle?
I am Figels. Figueles.
I'm Figueles.
Yeah,
That's
I
tough to
hate
say.
usernames. I hate trying to sound them out. I like when people
Yeah.
use their name or
Just
just
their
a
name.
name.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably a good enough Q&A, you guys.
Think we're
Thanks
good?
for sticking around. Yeah.
Okay,
Feels like it's slowing down. People got their lives to live.
that's right.
We'll be back next week, y'all. Thanks again.
I feel like we're connecting with the audience on a deeper level with
Yeah.
these calls.
I do. I love
It's
it, man. I
crazy.
really are. You bet. Thanks, Katie. Oh, that's you, Katie. Catherine
Just
Kim.
trying to get some words in.
That's great.
Very fun show today.
Beautiful.
Okay, guys.
All right,
I
y'all.
feel the energy dying down.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We love you. We'll see you next Wednesday.